Good morning students. Today we start the chapter Mechanical Properties of Fluid. In this chapter we see the shape of liquid drop. Now see, suppose a liquid, consider it is water dropped on solid surface. The shape is like this. Then there are three surfaces: solid, liquid and air. Draw the tangent to this free surface. The T1 is the force of surface tension in between or interface of solid liquid pair. Now T2 is the force of surface tension between the interface between solid and air. And the third force, it is force of surface tension due to surface tension due to interface between liquid and air. See, suppose a water or liquid dropped on a solid. The shape of liquid is like this. A drop is formed. The three forces acting on this liquid drop. Suppose this is solid material, this is liquid and this is air. Now draw the tangent to this surface, this liquid surface, and this angle, it is called as angle of contact. Here we consider water, that is, in case of water which is partly or wholly weighs the solid, therefore the angle of contact is acute and the shape of meniscus, it is concave. Now see, suppose T1 is force of surface tension between solid and liquid interface. Now T2 be the force of surface tension between solid and air interface. Now the T3 be the force of surface tension due to liquid and air interface. Now what happens? See, from this we can find the angle of contact, theta. See, this is T1, this is T2, this is T3. Now suppose we have to find this side, then this side can be written as, suppose cos theta is equal to, suppose we know it is suppose x, then we can find this side, it is, see, this is angle theta, therefore we can write it is x divided by T3, This unknown side, it is called as T3 cos theta. Then we can see, suppose we can write here, this side is nothing but T3 cos theta. Then these two vectors are along the line, therefore we can, for equilibrium, for stability position, we can write T1 plus T3 cos theta, which is equal to T2. Then T3 cos theta is equal to T2 minus T1. Then cos theta is equal to T2 minus T1 divided by T3. This defines the angle of contact. Theta is angle of contact. Here it is for the water, it is acute, that is less than 90 degree, and which is given by cos theta is equal to T2 minus T1 divided by T3. This is for water. Suppose we consider the mercury. Example, mercury. We know for mercury it is a liquid and it have property that it does not weight the solid. The angle of contact is obtuse. Now see, here we consider here solid surface. If mercury drop on this solid surface, the droplets are formed and the shape of droplets are like these. These are the mercury droplets. Then see, there are, to form the drop, the forces acting on these drop, suppose the first force, it is T1. The another force, it is force of surface tension, it is T2. And the third force, draw the tangent to this liquid surface, and it is T3. The angle of contact is theta. In this case, theta is greater than 90. Greater than 90, the angle is obtuse. The angle is obtuse here for mercury. Here we consider again T1. T1 is the force of surface tension due to solid liquid interface. T2 is the force of surface tension between solid air interface, and T3 with the force between liquid and air interface. Again, for equilibrium, we can write here, that is this side is again T3 cos theta, and we can write T1, this is T1 for equilibrium, T1 plus, here again these are vector are in same direction, we can write it is T3 cos theta is equal to T2. Then T3 cos theta is equal to T2 minus T1. Cos theta is equal to T2 minus T1 divided by T3. Now there are different cases. Suppose we consider the cases of this shape of liquid drop. Suppose we consider the first case. Here cos theta is equal to T2 minus T1 divided by T3. In this case, T2 is greater than T1. T2 is greater than T1. Then T2 minus T1 is less than T3. What happens here? Cos theta is equal to, or cos theta is less, it is positive. Its value varies between 0 to 1, and the angle of contact is acute. The angle of contact is acute. For example, water or kerosene. Water completely or wholly weights the solid. Kerosene also partly weights the solid. In this case, the angle of contact is acute. Cos theta is positive here, and angle of contact is acute. In next case, the second case, suppose T2 minus or T2 is less than T1, then what happens here? T2 is less than T1, then T1 minus T2 is less than T3, and the angle of contact, that is cos theta, is negative. Cos theta is negative, and the cos theta is negative, theta is obtuse. That is for mercury, or we can say the angle of contact is obtuse. We know the angle of contact is obtuse for mercury. We consider the third case, that is T2 minus T1 is equal to T3. That is cos theta is equal to 1. Cos theta is equal to 1. The angle of contact is 0. Angle of contact is 0. That is for pure water, angle of contact is 0, and we can say angle of contact is 0 for pure water. Now we see the formation of drops and bubbles. Formation of here we first see formation of drops, then bubbles. Formation of drops and bubble. Then what is the drop here? See, suppose this is drop. Here liquid drop, and drop means there is liquid inside this drop, and outside is the pressure. Outside is the pressure. That is, here is liquid, outside is air. Outside is air. Now in case of bubble, there is air inside and outside is also air. Now we find the expression for formation of drops and bubble. Now see, in case of the liquid drop, the shape of liquid drop is due to surface tension here, and shape of liquid bubble, it is also due to surface tension. But in case of bubble, there are two surfaces. Suppose this is inner surface and outer surface. That is soap bubbles having two surfaces. Here we consider first the drop, then bubble. In case of drop, there is liquid inside the drop and air is outside. Bubble, there is air is inside the bubble and air is outside the bubble. It having two surfaces. This can be seen later. Now we see the formation of liquid drop. See, this is the liquid drop. There is liquid inside this drop, and Pi is the pressure inside the drop. Now the inside pressure, you know, this is the curved surface, concave surface. Then for the concept or from the assumptions, we can say that the pressure inside curved surface is greater, concave surface is greater than outside surface. Now see, suppose this is the liquid drop, the inside pressure is greater and it tries for equilibrium, there its size increases through the distance delta r. Suppose this is having radius r and it increases the radius r plus delta r. Now this is the PO. PO is the outside pressure. It is also called as atmospheric pressure. In this case, or in case of drops, this pressure inside the bubble, inside the drop, is greater than pressure outside. Then R is the radius of this liquid drop, and it having the pressure greater, there is increase in size, small increase in size, and the radius changes from R to R plus delta R. Then excess pressure is equal to Pi minus P0. It is called as excess pressure. Now we find the formation or drop or a theorem. It is called as Laplace theorem, and see what is the excess pressure here, Pi minus P0. Suppose we consider the liquid drop, the initial radius is r, then for equilibrium it changes, the small change in this radius, it is the radius changes from r to r plus delta r. Excess pressure is Pi minus P0. Now initial surface area, this can be the spherical surface of drop is due to surface tension. Then we can say that initial surface area is equal to, now see, this is the sphere and surface area of this sphere, it can be written as, or it having formula 4 pi r square, where r is radius, initial surface area is equal to 4 pi r square. Now see, the shape or the radius changes from r to r plus delta r. Final surface area is equal to, you know, initial we take the radius r, and in case of final, that is radius is r plus delta r. Therefore final surface area, it is 4 pi in bracket r plus delta r bracket square. Now this radius changes to r plus delta r. Now we simplify this equation, we get 4 pi, squaring this bracket we get r square plus 2r delta r plus delta r square. Simplifying this bracket, a plus b bracket square, we have this square, that is r square plus delta r square plus 2 into r into delta r. Then multiply by 4 pi, which becomes 4 pi r square plus 8 r delta r. 8 pi r delta r plus 4 pi delta r square. See, multiply by 4 pi r square plus it is 8 pi r delta r, and it is again 4 pi delta r square. You know the value of delta r is very small. The value of delta r is very small. Delta r square is very small. It is very small. It is neglected. It is neglected. It is neglected. Therefore, the change in surface area can be written as change in surface area. It is dA. dA is equal to final surface area minus initial surface area. Final surface area, it is 4 pi. See this equation? Here delta r is neglected. We get 4 pi r square plus 8 pi r delta r. This delta r square is neglected, and we get final surface area. It is 4 pi r square plus 8 pi r delta r minus initial surface area is 4 pi r square. Now this plus 4 pi square and this minus 4 pi square gets cancelled, and we get change in surface area or increase in surface area. Increase in surface area. Increase in surface area is equal to 8 pi r delta r. It is called as dA, that is increase in surface area. It is 4 pi r delta r. This is the increase in surface area. Now see, we have the definition of surface tension. You know, suppose dW, it is work done. It is also called as this work done is stored in case of in a elastic membrane, or it is potential energy stored in case of the liquid surface. It is dW. dA is the increase in area. T is the surface tension. It is related by the surface energy is related by this equation, that is surface energy is equal to surface tension multiplied by increase in surface area. Now this is substitute the value of dA here, we get dW is equal to T into substitute this value, it is 8 pi r delta r. This is work done, and it is T into 8 pi r delta r. This is equation number 1. Now see, again this is from, we can find this value of surface energy or dW by this soap bubble, by this drops, and which is dW is equal to T into 8 pi r delta r. This is called as equation number 1. Now we can find work done by another relation also. See here, the original surface area of this drop is suppose having radius r. there is increase in pressure here. The pressure is greater than this outside pressure, and the drop of size of drop can be increases, and there is a work done. There is a work done. This work done is represented by dW, and the displacement here is delta R. We can write work done is equal to excess force multiplied by displacement. Excess force, it can be written as, suppose, dF, displacement is delta R, dW is the work done. See here, initial radius of this drop is R. Now the pressure is greater inside this drop and its size increases. There is a small displacement delta R and there is a work done. This work done is dW and the pressure is and the force is dF, displacement is delta R. This force can be written as or can be calculated. You know, force is equal to or pressure is equal to, we can find pressure here and pressure is equal to force per unit area. Pressure is equal to, we know this formula, that is pressure is equal to force per unit area. Therefore we can write dF is equal to or force is equal to dF is equal to pressure into area. It is excess pressure multiplied by area dA. Now see, what is the excess pressure here? Here we can write dW is equal to excess pressure is, you know, it is Pi minus PO, and the increase in area, it is, you know, it is suppose dA, it is increase in area, and the increase in area is equal to increase in area, that is, we can say it is Pi minus P0, it is equal to 4 pi R square, and delta R is the displacement dW. dW is equal to Pi minus PO multiplied by 4 pi R square delta R. This is equation number 2. See, equation 1, dW is equal to T into 8 pi R delta R. This is equation number 1. This is work done. Now this is work done calculated from the formula, and work done is nothing but here Pi minus P0 multiplied by 4 pi R square into delta R. This is the area and this is the displacement here. This total value is, it is force per unit area, or it is the pressure, excess pressure. Therefore, from equation 1 and 2, we can write the RHS is dW here. On both sides, here is also dW, here is also dW. Therefore, we can equate the equation, that is Pi minus P0 into 4 pi R square delta R is equal to here, what is the dW here? It is T into 8 pi R delta R. Now see, which term we cancel here? Delta R gets cancel. Here 1 R gets cancel. Here 4, here 2 pi gets cancel. We can say here it is, we can say it is suppose 2. The remaining terms are, see here, Pi minus P0 into R is equal to 2t. It is equal to 2t. Therefore, Pi minus P0, it is equal to 2t divided by R. Pi minus P0 is equal to 2t divided by R. It is called as Laplace law for spherical membrane. See, this is for drop. Now we find that there is a slight change in bubble. What is the Pi? This is excess pressure is equal to 2t divided by R. Now we find it is for bubble. For bubble, you know, for bubble there is air inside the drop or inside the bubble, and air is also outside the bubble. This is the bubble. It having two surface area. Therefore, we can write the increase in surface area, that is dW is equal to this T into 8 pi R delta R. This is the work done. Now in case of bubble, there are two surface area. It is supposed to dW is equal to, it is 16 T pi R delta R. Now again we consider the another dW, that is Pi minus P0 into 4 pi R square into delta R. Consider these two equation, equate the equation, we get Pi minus P0 into 4 pi R square delta R, which is equal to 16 T pi R delta R. Which term cancel here? Pi gets cancel. 4, it is 4, delta R gets cancel, and 1 R is gets cancel here. We get the equation Pi minus P0, which is equal to 4t divided by R. This is the Laplace law for spherical membrane. Now we see the next topic,